Howdy, Possum Patty here with a Possum Patty progress report on the I Heart Dollar Tree 10 for 10 Valentine's Day Journal Challenge. Last couple of days I've done a lot of work in my journal. Well, today I spent some time painting some crinkly papers, and I have 4 blue sheets, aqua color on both sides. I did a little sponging on these after I painted them with watercolors. And I have 4 pink both sides because I was running out of some papers, so I needed some more papers to do some more pages in my journal. And I just want to show you for a second here. Now this paper, this is all notebook paper, is painted with acrylic, and it's a lot different than the watercolor page. And this has a much more plastic feel to it. Sounds different, feels different, and acts different in the journal. And this is good because when you only have notebook paper to use and you want different textures, you can paint some of your papers with acrylic paint and some of your papers with watercolor and get 2 completely different looks. What I did yesterday was sew in and almost finished the first signature. And I did something a little different this time. I'm going to show you. I sewed it with the sewing machine right through because this is just a gift bag, and this was only 4 sheets of, well, 3 sheets of notebook paper and another gift bag, and in the center I put a little heart with the acrylic painted paper, and I just ran it through the sewing machine, and then I finished it up. Added a little flip on the front to some journaling spaces. I put a little pad here with a butterfly and love bug on the front cover. I might add something else to that after. I added a little heart and some bling to this page, but this page I'd done before. And these were the same. I did add a sparkly heart to my little heart note paper here, and I put on one of those little foam hearts up here. And this is the same. I did work on this page, and I did something a little different over here. And if you can see, it's a tone-on-tone pattern, some faux washi tape. And this is sign language for I love you. And I made a little tab, and the tab I made out of the topper for the little baggie that the hearts came in. And I put some more journaling paper there with a little cluster at the top with my faux washi tape, and this is part of a gift bag, and I did stamp this also with the little I love you in sign language. On this side I just put my little stamp at the top that I had made on it, and this back of the little tab there, and I did a little mini collage at the bottom, and I found this stamp of a little horse with flowers around her neck, so I added that on, and just some ripped papers. I have a whole basket here of all the scraps of what I've been working on for this journal. And I'm teaching myself a lot of new things, and this is one of them, and that was how to make a purse-style envelope with the little expanding sides on it. And I made a little Velcro closure, and this is one of the little buttons that I had made. And I made a tassel, and I made the tassel out of the handle from the large gift bag. Because remember, you can only use what you buy at the Dollar Tree. So I took part of this handle, and I frayed the end, and I painted it with a magic marker, actually. And I wrapped a little piece of the gift bag handle from the smaller gift bags, and that was this kind of crepe paper stuff, and I wrapped that around as a tie. So this is my little purse style envelope with a little tassel and a little button that I made, and inside is something else that I just learned how to make, and that's these rosettes. And I had gotten some from the Craft Hog. I won the giveaway, and I took one apart and deconstructed it to do reverse engineering to figure out how she made them, because I've never made them before. So I use this as my pattern, but instead of cutting the edges, I did use my edger, my Martha Stewart edger, and this is what I've been making my faux lace trim with. And I went around both edges, and then I glued it together, and I put a little heart on the front and on the back. So I made a little rosette. This is my first rosette and my first little purse. And I made a really fancy belly band with the fake lace, and I made some rickrack. Didn't have any rickrack, so I did a rickrack pattern on a piece of cardstock, and then I cut out the rickrack from notebook paper, because that's all I can use, and I colored it in, and I punched out hearts, and these hearts are on acrylic painted notebook paper, and added the little bling. And I also learned how to make these little bows. Now I know everyone's making bows and rosettes and these little purses, but for me this is my first time in making these things. And I'd also got some of these little bows from the Craft Hog in the giveaway, and I deconstructed one to reverse engineer it and saw what kind of pattern it was. And then I made a pattern out of cardstock, and I cut some of this acrylic painted notebook paper, and I made these little bows. So it was my first bows, my first rosette, and my first little purse here. So I was having lots and lots of fun. On this page, I just did a little collage, and at the top, some more collage with the faux lace and the faux rickrack, and a little collage piece. And I made an envelope. And to make the envelope, I'm using this pattern on the back of the scoreboard, mini scoreboard from We Are Memory Keepers. And this was also something I had won in the giveaway from the Craft Hog. And I used this pattern on the back to make this envelope. And this is a little collage piece I made with a stamp and just colored it in. And I used the cardboard packaging from the top of the bag of hearts to make a little tab. And inside I just have some paper for journaling sewn at the top. And I added one of the little felt hearts. That goes there. And this is the same. There's that rickrack and my stamp, my punched out butterfly. I just made two little places to journal. And the pocket I had gone through. Oh, this is new on the back. I just added a piece of paper and made a little tab there with the felt heart. So that first signature is pretty much done. And I started already working on the second signature. Added this blue heart and a little blue trim at the top, and my rubber stamp that I made. Just stamped it on the notebook paper at the bottom. And you can journal on the heart or on the back of the heart. And these pages were done, but this was something else new to me. Everybody's making banners. So I made my first banner. And I made it out of this, again, this blue paper with the painted acrylic on it. And I made 4 little banner pieces, and I stamped them with love. And I went over it with a white Uniball pen. And this string is from the handle of the small gift bag. And just some journaling paper with a little I love you stamp in the corner to match the little I love you stamp on this side. I added one of the other flowers that I made the other day, and some of the faux washi tape and faux lace up in the corner. On this page, I just have some of my faux washi tape and a little collage on the bottom with a little pink elephant. And I have a little blue elephant on this side and just some papers for journaling. And I think that's all I have. Oh, I painted the inside of this pink. This is one of the gift bags. And I didn't do anything to this last signature yet. But that was lots of making for me. Making new things I've never made before. Lots and lots of fun. There's going to be a chunky one. I like when they're real chunky and you can just kind of like leave them open like that, like a piece of art. Well, that's my progress report for today, and I'm so happy to announce that Esther has joined in the challenge, and hopefully some other people will join in the challenge too now that she's joined in, and I'll put a link to her website below so you can go over there and check out what she's doing with her Dollar Tree items. So thanks for coming along, and happy junk journaling. Bye-bye now.